The softball season coming to an end, and naturally the one person I want to talk to is my favorite name to say in all of KSU athletics. I'm joined by Caitlin Oshiro. And Caitlin, this has been a great softball season, especially the last 3 or 4 weeks. How cool is it to be at the end of your senior season and getting ready for the SIAC tournament?
I think it's absolutely amazing. You know, I go into every season not knowing where we're going to end up. And I think that's the biggest mindset that you have to go in with. You can't expect that you're going to finish on top. Of course, that's the goal, but not always expecting it gives you a better feeling when you finally make it.
So you look at how this year has gone. You've played a big part in this, being a senior component of this team. But one of the things that's really stood out is there is a big push from the underclassmen. You have a pitcher rotation that's 3 freshmen. You are one of the catchers that catches them, and you have others playing the field. How have you adapted to your role as a leader and also trying to get them in here and get them comfortable for you guys to compete at such a high level?
I think a big component is knowing that there is 8 of us. You know, it's going to really depend on our underclassmen to step up next year. You know, even though I'm not going to be here next year, I still want to know that I left the team in good hands. And so making sure that they're mature and they're ready for whatever comes their way is a really big motivation for me to help them get where they need to be.
I mean, that's huge. And you mentioned that there's 8 seniors. You being one of them, we had senior day here just a few days ago. What is it about your time here at KSU and Frankfurt, the capital city? Like, what do you take from this experience and your playing time and your time as a student athlete here?
I think I take a lot away. I never thought in a million years I'd end up in Kentucky of all places. Kentucky State has given me an opportunity that I don't think I would have gotten anywhere else. You know, good and bad, this school has given me more to work with and to take away in life that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else.
So your experience here is top notch from what you've taken in. But there is one thing I do want to ask you, and I've asked plenty of your teammates the same exact question off the camera, but there's not a softball facility here at KSU. How big of a difference does that make having one compared to not having one?
You know, I think you see from our stats in the very beginning of the season, we struggle making that adjustment. You know, we go months without touching a field because of bad weather. And even if we did have good weather, it's hard for us to get to a decent field for us to be able to work as a team. So those first couple of games, we're just touching a field for the first 7 months. So I think if we had a facility here, we'd be in a lot better shape going into conference and being able to practice consistently and not having to be inside or be at other facilities, borrowing facilities. So I think a facility here for us would mean a lot to our team.
But at the same time, and hopefully the future brings a new facility here and we can start working on that process, we're starting to see some changes. At the same time, I think it shows what you and your fellow seniors have done with this team and with these underclassmen, that you have such a disadvantage, but you guys are in this position where you are in a really good position to win the conference.
You know, our coaches always tell us, control what you can control. We can't control that we don't have a facility. We can't control that we don't get to practice all the time. But when we do get those opportunities, we have to take advantage of them. And I think that's one thing that we have learned to do these last couple of years that I've been here. And that teaching that to the underclassmen is really important because this is what they have to work with until we do possibly get a facility here.
You heard from Caitlin Oshiro, and make sure you follow us on Twitter at KYSU Softball for updates of what's going to happen in the next coming weeks with the conference tournament just around the corner. For Caitlin Oshiro, I'm Eric Matthews on the Thoroughbred Sports Network.